Seasparkles Corner. Sorry I haven't been able to play a video game with you guys for a while. I've been so busy taking care of my mother and doing other things. And I hope everybody has been having a wonderful time. Today we're going to start over. We're going to play Immortal Cities, Children of the Nile. Now, there's two of them, Children of the Nile, and then their expansion pack, Children of the Nile Alexandria, which is what we're playing. Okay, with it, there's ways to play. There's the editor here. Under that, you can go to, make your own scenarios, basically. And this is your game settings here. This sets your preferences, your brightness, and all that, which I've already done. And the ones that I want to set, I don't want to change anything, so this is the one that works best with my computer. And then when you're done setting that, you click OK. Alright, now there's this playlist here, which you can play a scenario, you can play a campaign, and whatnot. Those are more games you can play, which we're not going to play. This is the Alexandria campaign. This is what you get the expansion pack for. And so this is what we're going to play. We're going to start from the beginning and go to the end and see if there's any special videos or what it is. At this point, I've never played the Alexandria campaign all the way through. I guess it's been just so long that things have each time I tried to start it, something happened and I had to quit. Life's little things. You can't always just sit down and do what you want and not have something happen. Especially when you have a mother that's in her 90s like I have. Because she just, has issues where she needs me more now than ever. And so, it's my duty, my obligation, to help her, considering she took care of me when I couldn't take care of myself. So now, when she's kind of older, it's kind of like the reverse. I'm trying to be a good daughter, a good mother, and I've got a house to run. I do as much as I possibly can. But today I told my mother I wasn't coming over. I set aside this time just for you and us, and to play. Let's play Immortal Children of the Nile together. We're going to play the Alexandria campaign, and let's take a peek. Okay, when you hit the Alexandria campaign and you go in here, you don't have the three options: easy, normal, and advanced. You don't have those three options, or however it is: beginning, medium, and hard, or easy, medium, and hard. I think that's what it is. See, it's been so long since I got to play, I haven't played it. Okay, Alexander. The beginnings of a new dynasty bring Egypt once again into the forefront of the world stage. Okay, so you still have to select your view, so we're going to select this. Now, it shows the name of the location. It's Naukratis, beginnings. From the city, okay, let's start with beginnings. From the city of Nile, I can't pronounce it. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. You will consolidate Egypt's rules, support Alexander's conquest, and prepare for your new capital. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. You still select your map location, and you get this cute little house. Okay, open. Okay, overview. Alexander the Great has conquered much of the known world, and now he extends his reach into Persia. He has left you in charge of Egypt. Not all of the nomarchs are sure for your place. You will need to convince them of your worth to do what Alexander requires of you. Help Alexander defeat the Persians by supplying his armies with food and weapons, and establish control of Persia through the construction of new cities in his name. Once Persia is secure, you will lay the foundation for a new capital of Egypt at Alexandria. So this is what we're building. We're building Alexandria. Okay. Send supplies basically all over the place. You know, all these places, Babylon, etc., etc. Okay. Send an expedition to prepare the ground for Alexander. Okay, that means we're going to go into the world map and we're going to send out whatever's needed. Food, supplies, and whatnot. Okay. All right. These are the tips. I always check the tips. This is considered a normal challenge. Okay, so it's easy, normal, and hard. I couldn't remember. All right. So, the sooner you establish control over Memphis and Hermopolis, the easier it will be to keep Alexander's ambitions supplied. All right, tip number 2. Many brick makers and brickyards will speed the process of completing the massive projects you are required of you. Okay, so we're going to succeed. So we need to keep in mind we're going to make brick makers, lots of brick makers, and that. Okay, so let's go in. All right. Okay. Now, we're loading the game. Okay. We have nothing literally to start with, and we have this, and we have this, and we have this. Okay. We're going to look around the map. This map looks familiar from other maps we've got. We've got this big map here. Okay. Now, there's something I always try to do. I always start by making small mastabas. So this is going to be a capital city, so this is huge. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so what we're going to do is you right click on it and you put nobles. All right, now I know this is kind of against the rules, but I'm going to cheat. Otherwise, this is going to be super long. Okay, you click up enter and you put on the word Osiris, and that'll give you them bricks. Okay. Now we're going to the next city. Next one we're gonna put nobles only on there as well. There's enough fun in this game by just helping yourself advance with a few little bricks. Isn't gonna hurt, in my view. I mean, the cheats are available. What are they there for unless they didn't want you to use them? I'm gonna click all 12 of these to be nobles. Then I don't know how many nobles I'm going to end up with. I'm only using this cheat for the bricks to get started. We don't have a palace yet or anything, so we don't have to worry about it. I turned off the music because of YouTube. I didn't want to get in with any copyright issues. And so, okay. The small mastabas, I save only for the nobles. Okay, I'm going to show you what I want to do. Now, this right here will clean land, destroy buildings and trees. This is reduce roads and plazas. So I want to get rid of all of these roads, because this is my area here. Is for these mastabas, because they've got a beautiful view of the water and whatnot. Okay, now these are all the nobles there in one area. Now we're going to go over here to another area. We're going to go over here and we're going to make some regular mastabas. Okay, these are going to be for the royal family only. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm sure we'll never need all these mastabas, but I'd rather have too many than not enough, because once we get into gameplay, I don't really want to worry about mastabas at this point. Because in my view, the royal family should have larger mastabas. Okay, now we have plenty for the royal family. Now we're going to get a large mastaba. We're just going to put up 2. This is going to be for the pharaoh only, because we may not have enough time. We never know in gameplay when the pharaoh's going to die. So I've got 2. No, let's do 4. Let's do 4 large mastabas. I don't know how easy it's going to be to come across the materials we need to build a pyramid, which is of course what we all want to do. Okay. Now we're going to start back over here. We're heading over here and we're going to go build a road. Let's just start with a regular road, because this is our capital. We want it to be nice. A dirt road will work just fine. What we're gonna do here my kitty's meowing. Alright, we're going to put up a big square here. Let's put up some farms. We're going to start by putting up farmers. You need farmers to live in the city to do anything. I'm going to take down all my, if I have any of these up, and we're going to start fresh. The campaign of Alexandria. We want to put up a whole bunch of farms, even if they're going to remain vacant for a while, just to get things started, because we haven't even started on our palace yet. We're just having homes ready for the farmers who'll decide, hey, I'm going to move in here. This looks like a pretty good capital. I like large maps like this because you get so much more to work with. It's a pretty farmhouse. We're building, we're building, we're building. We will be coming back here and putting stuff around here. You will see as time goes by to make our farmers' lives healthy and better. Because as time goes by, we are going to be needing stuff. Because these are, farmers are going to need food, dishes, medical care, and, a place to worship, which is part of the gameplay. A temple. I never give them cult temples. I only give them a small temple, which is plenty for them to go. And I only give them the one that the God is required for worship in this area. And we're going to cover all that as we proceed in the game. But right now, we're trying to make sure that there's enough spots for these farmers to live. Okay. Okay, now we've got their farmhouses done. They need common shopkeepers. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now let's click this back.
I am not just another mouth to feed. Someday, when I am Pharaoh's vizier, you'll be sorry you said that.
Okay, we're gonna have maps to sell, baskets. They're gonna have basket makers, linen makers, and pottery. Okay. Now we're gonna do the same here. Mats, baskets, linen, and pottery. Okay. Now we're going to click to over here on the map. That helps. Okay. Now I'm wanting to kind of take a view of where my location is right here. All right, right here. Now we're ready to build, to put the palace up. We don't have any peasants yet because we essentially don't have the palace. They're not going to move in without a palace. So we're going to take the palace. We're going to set it right here. See, then we'll get some peasants. Then once that is done, see, right here, over here, we're going to cover, it says maximum farms. This is the amount of farmers' families maximum you can have by the palace people and the nobles. The more you have of those, the more it's going to be. Okay, you got farmers, servants, common shops, which we put up essentially 8 to grow, luxury shops, entertainers, nobles, royal family, laborers, shoulders, craftsmen, commanders, overseers, scribes, priests. All these are part of the game you've got to have. This says how many graduates you've got, so you want to kind of keep track of that and where you want to put them. Envoys, villagers, and vagrants. We have 149 villagers, so it's essentially the villagers who built the palace. Okay, so maximum farms right now is 0. But we have 2 farmers with a possible of we put up enough farms for 145 farmers, which it says right here, to move in. But there'll be more and more farmers as things go by. And, you know, we'll be needing laborers. We're going to be needing just so much for this game. And if it wasn't for YouTube, I could have some music on for you to enjoy, a little low background music. But I didn't want to risk getting in trouble with copyright laws, so I've turned the music off. It is what it is. And I want to apologize for that, but I don't make the rules. And I understand, you know, copyright laws are a serious thing, so. And this is an older game, and there may be 2 or 3 notes in the music that may be something taken from another music that they copyrighted, because this, I don't know if this even has any copyright rules, but hey, we're just playing the fun game. It's a beautiful day to play a game, and where I need my feet to heal and my legs to heal from all the walking I did on Labor Day. Veterans Day. All right, now we're gonna start. Let's start by Plaza, purple and green. Okay, so we're gonna go. We're gonna take this. We're gonna go 1 over, 1 like this. We're gonna go out over 1 and out over 2. Okay, we're gonna make 2 roads down like this. Okay, we're gonna, because we don't have any bakeries or anything up, we're just gonna give them a little bit of a boost. Alright, so we're gonna get back to this road here. Okay. Alright, we're gonna put down a plain palm tree. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just picked 5. Because that way, then we're going to go back to purple and blue. Now we're going to get fancy palm trees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, we're going to go back to purple and green rather. The plaza. We're going to pull this down further. We want to make this pretty. Okay, so now we're going to do to D-O-U-M palm tree. Different palm tree. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That way they have a little bit of shade in this hot Egyptian sun. Because it's so hot. Now we're going to put up a sycamore tree. 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The game makers did all these work of making these pretty trees, so why don't we, shouldn't we use them? Okay. Now for a palm, a tall palm tree. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I don't know if the Sims are programmed in to admire these pretty things, and I don't know if they add beauty to it, but I think they're pretty. Okay, now we're going to get the young palm trees, baby palm trees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cut across here. And this is going to be like the main road of the game. Alright, now we're going to start over again with the plain palm trees. Because we put up all the palm trees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Going to the road again. Now the fancy palm trees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this is the end of our palm trees. Okay. We're gonna update this. Okay. Our common shops have opened, so we're gonna go give them a little help to get started. Just a smidgen of help to get started so they can start getting a few mats done to help these people out. To make sure the farmer's needs are met. You're just going to give them a little bit of help to get started. After that, they should be able to the game programmer should, make it do it on their own. Okay. Now we're going to head back over to where the palace is. Okay, so what I want to do with the palace now. Okay, they're okay on supplies. I want to make sure the royal family has enough to eat. We're going to go into here. We're going to get a colossal seated pharaoh. Nope, we're going to get the lesser seated pharaoh. Alright, we're going to put up 1, 2, 3, 4 on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4 on this side. The pharaoh's colossal seated pharaoh has to be the most beautiful building in the game because it's like the heart of the game. So I mean, this is the capital, Alexandria, we're making. Alexandria. Oh, they just auto-saved. We're going to handle the auto-saves, too. But we're still so early in this game. I'm going to delete my old saves and my old campaigns, too. Okay. Now we've got that done. Now we need to do common shop people because even the Pharaoh's palace needs wares. And we're going to put up 2 sets over here. Because we want to make sure mats, baskets, we want to make sure the nobles and the palace will have enough wares for them to be able to trade rather, and have the supplies they need. Okay. Now, we're going to do orange for this side. I want to take advantage of having this pretty stuff. Tan and green on this side. Some variety of colors. Okay. Now, we need to make a priest house. Okay, priest house. We're going to kind of put it on this side, right there. We're going to have them educate students. That's the first one. Okay, we're going to build a school. I know we don't have brick makers yet. And we need luxury shopkeepers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're putting it on that side. Sells jewelry. Sells perfume. Sells sandals. Sells sculpture. Sell furniture. Sells cosmetics. Okay, now we're going to give them a little bit of help like we did before. Ah, close. Somehow I got overview. So in future, like if these don't have, if these are out of supplies, these dudes will have supplies over here. No, over here. These dudes will have supplies. Because before we can build the nobles, they need supplies. But you can't progress in the game unless, you know, you've essentially got a palace. So, I mean, we've got that going. We'll keep an eye out. Alright, now we need to make brick makers. As the game advised, this is the first thing we need to do. So we're going to put up 10 brick makers. 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I'm going to turn the buildings around this way. Put up 5 backwards. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now we're going to go to the roads. We're going to go to blue and yellow to the top. This is going to designate that this area, in my mind, and in the prettiness mind, that they have pretty bricks here. That they're all, you know, that they're brick makers. Okay. We don't want to make the bricklayers yet. Right now we want to find out. We need to put up some brickyards. Okay, brickyard right here. Brickyard. Okay, we're going to put up plenty of brickyards. As the game said, we're going to need a large supply of bricks. So, brickyards. And we're going to give each of them a little bit of a start with 200 bricks. It's just going to take time. I mean, it's a game. It's going to take a while to beat this game. And so as we progress in it, okay. No, we'll do it together. Okay. Now we've got bricks in this. Now we need brick layers. You just go through this till you find brick layers. Okay, we're gonna do 2 rows of brick layers. Okay, that should be plenty of brick layers. Okay, we're going to stick with blue and yellow, because this is going to be, this whole area here has to do with bricks. Okay, so you know what they're going to need. Common shopkeepers. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I know everybody's thinking, you haven't had to deal with food yet. No, we haven't. We're just trying to deal with common wares right now. And this will be able to not just help them, but help other things as well. Other sims that, we build up to here later on. Okay. See, this covers all to do. These 8 brick common wares, we've got 4 there and 4 there. That covers also all the brick makers and the bricklayers that move in. And see, these bricks, as they make more, will go into all these bricklayers' warehouses. So, I mean, they're going to have just plenty of bricks. Plenty. Plenty of bricks. Okay, I think it's time we saved. Okay. Okay, we're going to save right over that New Kingdom one. Okay. We've got that. Okay, let's check over here and see what's going on. See, these areas need help, so we don't want them moving out because they're starving. They haven't made any jewelry yet. See, all this will come to pass. We can't upgrade our palace. We're too early in this game at this point. See, we've already got like 24 common shops. And we've got to have some luxury. These little beings have to literally make the wares. So we've got to have all this set up before. Okay, let's check with this. Few pottery, adequate linen, baskets, and mat shops. See, this is gonna move fast. The other shopkeepers will also, get stuff from the other shops that they need. So you've got to have it for the shopkeepers. You've got to have it for the palace. You've got to have it for the nobles. So all these little common wares is why I make so many.
I have to say, I haven't heard my friends complain much recently. It's funny that you think I would know them.
And if you don't keep them supplied, your Sims can protest in this game. I've had that happen when I didn't use the cheat codes. I had them with signs protesting. Conditions were bad. We might do that a later game without cheat, but we're doing the Alexandria campaign. Our goal is to see all this. Okay. We also have one graduate available, but we don't have any bricklayers in the city as of yet. Okay. Now, we need a baker. We're going to start putting up 2 bakeries right here. And we've got to have a granary. Okay, we need a granary. And I'm going to put it right near the bakery. Okay, now we're going to put back up the road.
Most of my friends seem pretty happy.
Tan and green.
If you care. Maybe.
And so we're going to cut across here. And then we're going to put up some sycamore trees here. All right, just to give it a little bit of shade there and to make it pretty. Okay, so once some bricklayers move in, it'll be okay. Okay, now we've basically got a good start. We've got a few things going here. All right, let's check on our royal family. There, okay. All right, now we're going to put up one set of nobles. We're going to rotate this way. And we're going to put up one set of nobles right here. A second and a third. Now we're going to have them grow wheat for taxes. This will go into the provide bakeries so that way they can make bread for people to buy bread. So we're going to do that. Now we need to do this. We're going to go in here and see who do we worship. False. Okay. Now we know who we worship. That's who will have the cult tuned to and all of that. Now we're going to see if these have any yet. Okay, we're coming over here. Once we have the bakeries over there, then we're going to add bakeries by our farmers as well so they can buy bread. They're essential for our care. And we're getting bricks piled up. That's what we're doing. We're taking the advice of the tips. We're piling up our bricks. Our prestige will rise and we'll be able to get more graduates. Right now we're only allowed 4 graduates. But they got to be for the basic graduates, for by the nobles in the palace. But we'll get more as time goes. Right now, we're making sure these are tended to. Our brick makers. See, we'll get more makers right here. That way they don't have to run and get supplies to get started, but they'll do it on their own after. This is, I just like kind of giving them a little bit of a helping hand. Okay. That way they can, these people can go in and buy the supplies. Because I'm not going to continually cheat to give it. I'm going to kind of let it run on its own. Because we'll be busy doing other things. But every once in a while we will check back with our brick makers. That way, see, the Sims that live, brick makers that live over here will come over here. Brick makers that live over there might go over there or over there to get supplies. But we are trying to get all of our common workshops going.
My orders say
goes up right here. I hope they got that right.
As Ibo and Rohep would say, 2 thumbs up.
First bricklayer is on the way. See, even though they've got supplies, they still have to make the mats on their own. And supplies. Once we've got a priest, then they start teaching them. And then you'll see what we do next as we come along here. Because there's no place for them to buy food in the city yet. We've got 2 bakeries. That's going to set up near the nobles. And near, as you know, and near the, palace, and they'll be the first ones to do the bakeries. And then we're going to put up bakeries here and at the farmers as well. There's just a lot to do. See, they have no mats for sale, so we're kind of helping them just to get started. Our bricklayers are important. And they are coming in. And our 3 noblemen have moved in.
The luxury shopkeepers seem cheerful lately.
We're going to go back to that in a little bit. Okay. All right. We're getting them a healthy head start. Okay. Now we're going to go back to our roads and see what is next. We're going to do red and pink here. 1, 2, 3. All right. 1, 2, 3. We're giving them a road. 1, 2, 3. And we're stopping there, and we're going to tan and green, and we're going to shoot across here. All right. What we're going to put up now, we're going to go into this and grade a statue of Horus. 1, 2, 3. All right. These are decorations. Because these are noble families, they have to have pretty decorations. All right, now we're going to do servants. 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to go down here. And Bass figurine, which is one of the gods beset. There we go. That adds to the beauty, and it doesn't make more work for the bricklayers. Okay. We still don't have any bakers as of yet. Our bricklayers are started. I don't know what they're exactly doing, but they know. The game controls it, you don't. Okay. We might do a bit of boosting here. Let's get 2 bricklayers. 2 bakers. Okay, let's find a also granary right here. Okay, we're putting it there. The bricklayers is going to put these as a priority because they're closer. And that's why it's programmed in, and I would do it myself. That way, at least, We know the brick makers, the bricklayers, and all of the common shops can get bakery goods and all the goods they need. This whole area here will be basically self-sufficient, which will be a help once it's all done. And once we get some food, we can start having some celebrations and parties and crud like that. Okay. We have 2 servants out of the 3. 2 servants have moved in. So we're going to give them a little help just to get started. So we know that the brick makers just did. They just are building the they're constructing the statues to Horus. Now, as for these houses, they start off small estates, and then they go to medium estates, and then they go to large estates. And so we want to get them to the goal for large estates eventually. Because what they'll do, if they don't have enough leisure pursuits, they'll be unhappy. And so our brick makers, our bricklayers have enough things to do at this point. Get started, we need more.
I hope they got that right.
And then as we get these bakers done, then we need to get bakeries for the farmers too. But we're trying to get to a point where, that we have the bakers is like today's grocery stores, the shopkeepers. It's like they're like little modern day strip malls where they can get all the things they need. But
your prestige is rising.
Yep, see? That's what we want. We have 2 envoys and we still have 1 graduate, but the bricklayers hasn't built the priest's home yet. We're going to kind of slow down on the building. We've got the necessity up because we're going to have to build a shipyard. We're going to have to build barge landings so that the nobles can have yachts if they want to go out boating and things like that. And we need barge landing for other communities to come and make purchases and sell things and stuff like that. That's all going to come as time passes. But right now, it is what it is. Apparently the bricklayers start with 14 items of food. Nope, they start with 0. This one has 7. I don't know how they got it.
Your prestige is rising.
Yeah, those are good things to hear. That way the bricklayers can concentrate on brick making and bricklaying the bricks. Okay, they might be doing the yeah, they're still building these little homes. The servants help the nobles they carry supplies for them. The nobles will go shopping. The servants will follow the nobles. And then they'll go, like, let's say the nobles say, I want to get some pottery. And whatever they want to get, they'll follow them and help them. That's kind of what they'll do. And we got to put up a building eventually for the pharaoh to work in the building for law. Now that we have nobles,
Your prestige is rising.
the pharaoh needs to have a court of law for him to view people.
Your prestige is rising.
Oh, the bricklayers are, I think they're building the master bars first. So however the game is programmed, I'm not really sure. But as the nobles go up, more farms will be available to us.
Most of my friends seem pretty happy lately, if you care. It might seem that way too.
Okay.
Your prestige is rising.
So the servants also get food and common wares for their shack as well. They have everything as well. And so let's check with. We still have the modest residence because we can't upgrade yet. We're going to be able to. Our first baker.
Your prestige is rising.
Bakery is coming, and that is a good thing. Because we've got to give the bricklayers time to do what they need to do.
I had the strangest dream last night.
Hi there.
All right. Once the baker gets in the way, see, we've now got food, so now we can go in here and decree a religious holiday, and we're going to release 140 food to the nobles.
Your prestige is rising.
Our first baker is on the way. Thank goodness. We got both bakeries coming. And all this is good things. That helps a great deal. That way the city doesn't run out of food. I'd rather have too much than not enough.
Your prestige is rising.
We now can have 13, graduates once the school gets built. Our pharaoh is 30 years old. He's had a good long reign. But the game, the pharaohs don't live a long time like we do nowadays. Okay, that gives them that. They're here for the bakery. Baker. He literally goes here and buys the bakery food and brings it in. You can't. The Cyrus cheat doesn't give the bakery for goods. Okay, so we have 2 bakers that's going to start baking. So that is very good. You keep an eye on your food. All right, over here. Now, this is going to get food for the nobles. They all have lots of food. And we're going to have a bakery. So that means they can go and buy food. Alright, we're going to have the granary built. That's going to add 50 food. 50 pounds of food or whatever it is, 50 pieces of food. More for the palace. You know, that'll give more prestige and make it look better in the neighborhood. So now we're going to kind of wait
Government work is the best decision I ever made.
for the baker to move in. And see, here's the pharaoh viewing the realm. That little pharaoh does that. He's so cute. Okay. Now that gives the baker doesn't have to go out and buy commonware and food, but they are going to go right next door here and buy food and start making it. They're going to continually be baking food. Okay. And then, you know, so that way they can buy it, and I've got suit with them close by, because we're going to have more nobles in the palace, and it's going to be required. And once the priest arrives, then he will educate students, and the students will come from the noble families for higher up jobs. So that's why they're over there. Okay, so we have a new baker. And we have another new baker. Okay, very good. That home will be occupied soon. I usually give the first priest one lot of food just to help them get started, because I want them to start teaching right away. Because we're about to get more bakeries up. Today they're having, looks like the celebration is going on. And the party is, see over here all the Sims, this is a shopping center.
Your prestige is rising.
Yeah. We're going to build the fountain next. Comfortable residence, okay. That's more comfortable, very nice place for them to live. Okay. There's the priest's apartment. They've got their supplies. They're on their own after that. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we got time yet before we need that. Okay. We are going to put up bakeries over here. As the farmers get busy. Okay. 2 bakeries over there. And 2 bakeries over here. That will give 4 bakers. That will be plenty of bakeries for them. And we're going to put up a granary. Okay, a granary over here. And a granary over here. Okay, we're just going to put up a path. No, we're going to put up a road. So they can walk and get to that granary